The one question that opens the third door. I'm about to teach you a question that will completely change how you network. It's so simple that most people dismiss it. But this one question has helped my clients uncover job opportunities that were never even posted, help them connect with mentors who become lifelong advocates, and help them access the hidden job market. I call it the magic question. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use this question and turn any conversation into multiple new connections without being transactional. And more importantly, you'll understand why this works when traditional networking fails. I mean, let's face it, you've all been told, you got to get out there and network. But I have yet to talk to somebody who actually knows how to do it. I've been teaching this technique for over 14 years, and I've watched it transform careers. One client used this single question to go from zero connections in his target industry to landing his dream job in less than 6 weeks. I think actually it was more like 4 or 5 weeks. Another built a network of five mentors, five who were still advocating for him years later. But here's what happens when most college students and graduates try to network. You're trying to land that first job, starting your career, right? Reach out to someone and ask, hey, do you know anyone in marketing? I'm looking to get a job. Are you guys hiring? They pause for a second and say, no, sorry, I don't know anybody in that field. Conversation over, door closed. Or is it? Here's what's really happening. You just called them out of the blue and you put them on the spot. You put them into what I call inventory mode, right? They're quickly scanning their mental Rolodex, thinking like, do I know a marketer? Do I know a marketer? Someone in marketing, right? When they can't immediately think of someone, they give you the reflexive no, and you both move on. But you've just wasted a potentially valuable connection by giving up too quickly at their first no. Plus, that first ask, it's kind of transactional. Gross, right? So instead of asking if they know someone specific, you ask this. Hey, I'm looking to get into the field of such and such, and I'm looking to meet more people to learn more about it. If you were me, who else should I be talking to? That's it. That's a magic question. Watch what happens now. Their eyes look up to the side because they're actually thinking. You've shifted them from inventory mode to advisory mode, or I call it advice mode. Now they're not just scanning for a specific type of person, they're putting themselves in your shoes. You're accessing their humanity, and they're thinking creatively about resources and places and communities and connections they might not have initially considered. They're actually trying to help you now. This question works because of basic human psychology. When you ask someone for advice, you're giving them a gift, the opportunity to be helpful and share their wisdom. People love giving advice because it feels amazing to give. That's why it's a gift. They hate feeling like a Rolodex, like you're trying to extract something from them. That's being transactional. Yuck. Like jumping into someone's DMs on LinkedIn and saying, hey, I'm looking for a job. Are you guys hiring? Gross. All right. So the first question, it's a direct ask, and it makes them feel like you're trying to use their network, and it's transactional. The magic question makes them feel like you value their judgment and their experience, and it is seeking and accessing their advice brain. Okay. And here's the beautiful part, when someone gives you advice, they become psychologically invested in your success. Why? Because they want to see their advice work out. They want to see their advice work out. All right. So now they're invested. So now instead of, I don't know anyone in marketing, you get responses like, well, let's see. Have you been to the Marketing Association meetup downtown? There's this woman, Sarah, who runs the digital campaigns for tech companies there. And there's that co-working space on Fifth Street. A bunch of marketing freelancers work there. I go there all the time. In fact, I've become friends with the founder. You know what? My neighbor actually just started a marketing consultancy. Same person, same network, completely different response. And notice what else happened. They didn't just give you one connection, they gave you multiple connections, multiple pathways, events, locations, specific people, names, and even ideas that they hadn't considered, right? But here's the key. You can't just ask the question and then disappear. You need to follow up. You need to follow up properly. So when they give you advice, you say, "That's really helpful. Tell me more about Sarah. What makes you think Sarah would be a good person for me to talk to? Sarah? You think I should meet Sarah?" So you're prompting them to go more into investing into their idea, their advice. Now they're getting all warmed up and they're sharing more details and becoming even more invested in helping you. Oh, yeah, Sarah. Sarah, she's great. In fact, we play tennis every Friday. You guys play tennis every Friday? Oh, so you're friends? Oh, yeah, we're pals. So you think I should meet Sarah? You should definitely meet Sarah. All right. So now they're invested. It's their idea, right? Then you ask, how would you recommend I approach Sarah? And finally, would you be willing to make an introduction? Because if I call her out of the blue, she won't know who I am. By this point, it feels natural. In fact, they're going to respect your professionalism because they'll realize, oh, that's right. She doesn't know you. And if you call her, right? So again, this is their idea. And they're the one who suggested you talk to Sarah or go meet Sarah. They want you to succeed, especially because now it's their idea and they're getting excited. So now you might be thinking, well, Warren, this sounds great, but what do I actually say when I meet Sarah? How do I turn that introduction into a real opportunity? It's a good question. That's exactly what I'm going to cover in my next video, how to conduct what I call reverse interviews that turn strangers into mentors and advocates. But first, I want you to practice this magic question. Go practice it. Go put it into action. Okay. Go screw it up on people you know who are safe, people that care about you. Start with 3 people that are close to you. Think of 3 people in your network right now, family, friends, former colleagues. Reach out to them this week and practice it on them. Use the exact phrasing. "Hi, Bob. I'm thinking of going into the field of chemical engineering, and I'm looking to meet more people in that field so I can learn, what's involved there. If you were me, who else should I be talking to?" You'll be amazed at what doors start opening. And if you want the complete networking framework that I teach my clients, grab my free job search strategy quiz. It's an assessment. It only takes like 3 or 4 minutes. The link's in the description. Head on over to go.usefulandhire.com/quiz. That's go.usefulandhire.com/quiz. It'll show you what's missing from your job search strategy and what to do instead. Plus, it will give you a link to book a call with me. And there we can go over exactly how to help you build a network that works for you, not against you. So please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed, stop networking the hard way and start using strategies that actually work. You'll be glad you did.